Shalom, welcome back. And we're all getting ready for Passover. How exciting. I hope you're right in the mood right now and you're cleaning your house and starting to prepare and inviting your guests. So I'd like to answer 10 commonly held questions that people have about Passover. 10 commonly asked questions. Number one, what is shmur matzah? Well, shmur matzah is the round hand-baked matzahs that are very specially prepared, as I said, by hand. And the wheat is watched very carefully from the time it is cut in the field. And it's advisable to use this special matzah. These are the round hand-baked matzahs, to use those matzahs for the Seder nights. And you can get shmur matzahs from many of the Chabad centers or from your local supermarket, but it is really advisable to use shmur matzah for the Seder nights. Secondly, when is the earliest time that the Seder can begin? Well, Pesach this year starts on a Friday night, this coming Friday night. The earliest it can start, unfortunately, with daylight savings time is about 8 o'clock in the evening. So you can't really start before then. It has to be at night. What are the responsibilities of women at the Seder? Well, normally speaking, women are exempt from time-determined mitzvahs, which are positive commandments, which are time-determined, such as prayer in a minyan 3 times a day. Passover, however, is an exception to the rule. Since women also left Egypt, they are obligated also in all the mitzvahs of Passover, especially 4 cups of wine, eating matzah, maror, karpas, saying the Seder, saying the Haggadah, everything. It can be a little bit hectic for women if they're going back and forth to the kitchen all the time, but they nevertheless have these responsibilities also themselves. What about children? Well, the children are very special in the Haggadah. As the Torah says, "V'higada to lebincha," you should tell your children. So the children are the main ones in the Haggadah. We do many things to encourage them to ask questions, such as washing early in the Seder without even eating any matzah. Of course, the afikomen, having them hide the afikomen. The 4 questions that are asked, usually by the children or the youngest child. It's very important to involve children in the Seder. And therefore, I strongly advise that you give them a nap in the afternoon so that they're wide awake when it comes to the Seder. And also entice them with prizes. Make sure there's prizes available for them, especially for finding the afikomen. In my family, we call this afikomen presents. And every child gets an afikomen present. Even the ones that don't find the afikomen, they should get prizes. And the kids should know that they will be rewarded by coming to the Seder and participating with prizes, usually after Passover. A couple pointers that I've found over the years. Number one, I mentioned earlier, take a nap in the afternoon before Pesach, if you can. Also, everyone should have the same Haggadah at your Seder. It's easy to follow. You should accommodate each person's needs. If you are interested in having a really involved Haggadah that's going to last till 3 o'clock in the morning, invite people who would like that, who would like a lot of conversation and a lot of Torah wisdom. But if you're going to have a mixed crowd, if you're going to have a very diverse group, it's better to keep it a little short. Generally, from Kiddush to the meal, my Seders are usually no more than an hour and a half. So keep the discussion a little bit short and have the Seder move along, but still involve people, but try to keep it a little bit short so you'll finish at a reasonable time. Also, it's advisable to have water on the table and to have some veggies so people can nibble at veggies and they can drink water so they won't really be starving. Of course, I mentioned everyone should have the same Haggadah. There are many beautiful Haggadahs available every year. I like the simple one, the simple, plain kind that's not too complicated, but they should all be the same. Also, wine. Now, everyone has to drink 4 cups of wine. It should be at least 3¼ ounces of wine. If you can't tolerate wine, you can use grape juice, or you can dilute the wine with as much grape juice as you can tolerate. Keep the wine at a low alcohol content because you're going to have to drink four of them, and you don't want to be drunk or not even be able to finish all the wine. There are many wines that are very low, even 5% alcohol. Make sure it's kosher wine, kosher grape juice, which are available in these stores today. Also, of course, discussion is very important at the Seder. It's a good idea for the one who's leading the Seder, or even for the guest, to come prepared with a few divrei Torah, a few words of Torah wisdom that you can share with everybody that are short at the Seder. Not very long, but very, very short. So everybody can learn new things. Sometimes we discuss what's going on in the world and compare it to freedom and going out of slavery and things like that. Things that are relevant and things that are interesting for people. Don't make it boring, or people won't like it. Um, there is a thought that we should leave a seat available at our Seder for the Jews who can't be there, whether they're in the Ukraine or in wherever they are. And the Rebbe was very much against that. He felt that every single seat at the Seder should be filled. And that's a very important thing. Go out and find Jews who do not have a place to go for Pesach and invite them into your Seder. Most of the Chabad centers here in San Diego are having communal Seders. We are, the first time in 2 years because of the pandemic. We are having a Seder the first night of Pesach at this Chabad University Synagogue, and we'd like to invite everyone. There is a charge, but no one is turned away because of money. So you can give what you can afford. But we want to involve everyone and have all of our chairs and all of our tables filled to capacity this year for Pesach, for the Seder. And these are some of the questions that people can appreciate. Some of the basic measurements, as I mentioned before, 3¼ ounces per cup of wine, a half of a shmura matzah for the mitzvah of matzah and for the afikomen and for the Hillel sandwich, and recite the Haggadah, and it's a very beautiful thing. So I'd like to wish you all a kosher and a happy Passover. If you have any questions, you can give me a call at 858-455-1670. Or if you'd like to make a reservation, do it online at chabaduc.org/Passover 2022. Don't forget to sell your chametz if you haven't already. You can sell your chametz also online on our website, and or you can make reservations for a Seder on the website, but don't wait too late. Well, have a happy Pesach, a kosher and freilich Pesach, and we'll speak to you later on in the week. Bye-bye.